are you definitely set on like someday you're going to get this kit ready and it's going to be for sale, or are you still thinking about like whether or not you want to sell the kits?
I mean, if there's enough interest, I would be happy to put together kits. I'd even be happy to put together kits with specific color options or splits.
Oh, yeah.
Or if somebody wanted something a little bit more than that, like these are kind of the basic installations that you've got going on right now. But here, I'll show you the one I'm working on. This is going to be the new cloud.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah.
So that's basically a mesh frame that you're going to put like cottony fiber filler stuff around.
Yeah, so that guy's gonna have, yeah, it's gonna be a couple layers of polyfill, a couple of sheets of polyfill with some kind of spider web of LEDs.
Nice.
And that will hide all the wire mess. And I should be able to get, the original plan was to have 2 or 3 of the mid-sized balloons, but now with the big boy, I'm gonna have to redesign it. I modeled it all out, but I'm gonna probably have to rethink it because that thing it's just so big. And we're gonna be able to go about 25% larger than that with my new printer. So there's a bigger one coming.
Have you estimated how much filament that the max balloon would take?
It's hard to say because the first balloon took like 1.3 kilos, somewhere around there. And after we revised the second balloon, it was like 560 grams. So, I mean, you could try to estimate that it'd be like a 25% increase if we increase the size. But if the additional size results in needing additional structure to get it to print properly, then we're going to have to massage everything. So it'll probably be close to a kilo. So if there's any filament manufacturers out there that want to sponsor the Super XL balloon, let me know.
Nice. I wonder if the channels can be modified a little bit, like the channel shape, in order so that so you were saying that you were like killing your fingers on the large balloon on putting those in. And I'm wondering if they can be, I don't know, if you can mess with the, with the outline so that it would be a little bit easier to like snap those in. And like same here, I was having trouble on this one with like getting them to stay in, and I felt like I was like pretty hard on the fiber optics, although apparently I wasn't too hard because it all still works. But like I wonder if there's a way to retain that a little better where it takes a little bit less force to pop in, but once it pops in, it's like
it's a tough balancing act, just like with the basket. Like, so the basket, I went through the whole litany of testing where I went from drilling out baskets way more than they should have been to like, there's no way the filament's going to get through the hole. And it's much better to have that tension. So if you're struggling to get the fiber optic in, basically when you're pushing the back end of the screwdriver, you've killed the fiber optic if it slips off of the fiber optic when you're doing it. It should be one stroke from the middle of the balloon all the way up to the top channel. And if you have to do that multiple times, it's gonna be less than ideal. But you make 4 or 5 of them, you'll get the technique down. It just takes a little bit. The big one, it's no mercy. It's 5 millimeter fiber optic. It's gonna kick your ass no matter what.
Yeah, I'm just curious if the channel design could be modified so that there's like a little bit more flex in that in the plastic itself, so that it just like definitively snaps in instead of kind of being more tensioned in. Because that way you would I would think you would put less stress on the fiber optics.
It sounds like you want a side glow fiber optic manufacturer that manufactures at precise tolerances.
Oh, is that one of the problems with
Yeah.
that they're
Like with
variable?
the large one, the
Okay.
fiber optic it would go from 4.7 to 5.3.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
like some of
So
those
that part
channels
of
for
it,
the
yeah.
large one, I had to like snap the back wall in the channel to get it to fit into the channel. So
Yeah.
it's a real tough balancing act,
Mhm.
and the tolerances on side glow fiber optic are not good. So
Interesting.
even with the good manufacturers, like it's rough. So when I was talking to Martin about it,
Yeah.
like yesterday, I was like, I don't think it's you, and I don't think it's me at this point. Like, there's no way you can make a model, or I could manipulate slicer settings that could account for that variance.
Hmm.
It,
Yeah.
but at a certain point, they're too wide and they don't hold. And
Right. Yeah.
I wanted, we've always tried to keep the design to not have glue in the channels because it doesn't work
Right.
very well.
Yeah.
I could get away with it on the big one because I've got big,
Mhm.
giant, fat channels. But with the little guys, it should all be dialed in, and you should be able to push it all into the channels. Which is
Mhm.
why I've got boxes of reject balloons because I'll
Yeah.
pull one off the printer and look at it and go, yeah, not gonna work.
The channels just didn't come out right, or
Yep. Yep. The channels sometimes are perfect, and sometimes you never get the fiber optic all the way in. But if you can get the rest of it to fit into the channel, that it'll hold it still. Like
yeah.
it doesn't have to be 100%, but
Yeah.
ideally, that's what you want to shoot for.
Yeah. Well, cool. Cool, cool. Well, that
And the
was
process is
fun.
very similar for all of the other ones. So like the large one uses a D1 ESP, like
Oh, right.
the large one,
Yeah.
the second smallest or the third smallest,
Yeah.
the mid-sized one. This one is the most user friendly.
Okay.
If you're familiar with setting up a basic WLED instance, this guy
Mhm.
is going to be the easiest one to print,
Hmm.
the most forgiving.
Mhm.
It's going to take a little bit longer to print, but the mid-size one is probably your best option because it's all self-contained, and then you can just run a cable right out of the top,
Yeah.
and that slots in and holds it.
Yeah, nice.
And unlike the small one, the medium-sized one, you have the option of pushing them into the channels and holding them, or you can loop it over. So you
Oh,
have
right.
two LEDs
Mhm.
blending into one
Ah,
fiber optic run, which
neat.
they both have their merits. They're both good. Like this one is cut, and this one loops over the top. So you can kind of
Okay.
see it, and the bigger
Yeah.
one loops over the top too.
Nice.
But they're all available on printables, except the super large one because I'm still
Tweaking it.
100% into everything on that one. It'll be done soon. And the XL one will be next.
Nice. So do you have any other things other than balloons? Do you have, like, something else that you're thinking about doing? Or are you just like, "No, man, I'm doing balloons. I still got balloon mojo."
Well, I mean, I did make the plaque for my sister.
Ah, that was good.
The
Yep.
something the text that literally says something else. She always asks if I'm working on something else. I don't think she likes the balloons very much, so whatever. The cloud is the next piece
Mhm.
of the puzzle that I want to get done. So I'm gonna focus on getting version 2 of the cloud built out, and then kind of want to make a UFO.
Ooh, yeah.
Horizontal fiber optic is a fun challenge. I don't know how exactly to tackle it, but
Ooh,
I think
yeah.
I think I'd like to see that. Last time I went to Area 15, I scouted out a location for a little balloon and where I can tap into their power. So I'm going to sneak a balloon into Area 15. So
51?
15.
15? What is Area
Yeah.
15? I'm familiar with Area 51 being like the UFO.
Area 15 is an art installation. It's like a Burning Man art installation out in Las Vegas. And I get sent out to Vegas all the time for work.
Ah,
And
nice.
if I get some downtime, I will venture over to Area 15, which is my favorite place in Vegas. And it's a cool art installation. And Omega Mart has all kinds of lights, and they're just really cool. I don't even know how to describe it. It's something else. It's very cool. But I've been telling them on Twitter that I'm gonna sneak a balloon into Omega Mart, and I found power, so I just need to bring in the kit and
nice
distract the people there long enough to just plug it in, and it'll be good to go. Yeah, instead of going through the proper channels, I figure I'll just sneak it in.
Nice.
They'll probably leave it there too, maybe.
Why not? Why not?
But yeah, balloons have been the primary focus. I'm working on a go-kart. I found, if you see that I found like a Power Wheels AMG in the dumpster. So I wanna make that freeway ready. I want to be able to take that thing and go like 65, 70. So I think like a 3,000 watt motor is adequate. I might need a little bit more, but I'd like to get the go-kart built. I mean, I bought a giant 3D printer, so I should probably figure out some kind of cosplay thing, right?
I know. I don't know.
I kind of want a Daft Punk helmet, but I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing. I've been seeing printing Mandalorian helmets. Those are pretty popular.
Yeah, Star Wars.
My problem is that things around your face plus glasses don't work very well. So.
True.
Yeah.
So just incorporate the glasses into your build.
Yeah. Mandalorian helmet with glasses.
Yeah, on top. That'd be great.
Right. with like a little inset for them.
And Daft Punk helmet with glasses on top.
Yeah.
Make some giant glasses.
I love it.